Fiduciary duties, what are they? We talk about them, we go over a paper, but has anybody really ever broke them down for you? Let's have a little conversation. What are the duties? They're obedience, loyalty, disclosure, confidentiality, accountable, and reasonable care. So let's break these down a little bit better. The first one is obedience. I'm gonna follow all lawful legal direction of you, my client, as related to my professional services. So I can give you all the information that does not violate the protected classes. Only lawful instructions, so no illegal activities. I can't tell you what race is here. I can't steer you to a certain area. I can't even talk about religion. You have to look up those facts yourself. There are lots of websites to do so, even look up the crime. I'm gonna provide you with information and action that will assist you, my client, in reaching a decision. That way you are informed, you know what's going on, and you're ready for it. I do not want you to go there and go, well, I didn't know this, or oh my gosh. It is my job to find all this information out, and if I don't know it, I will look it up. And if I can't find the information, I will assist you in finding it as best I can. Loyalty. I'm gonna act in the best interest of you, my client, and only you. The most important duty is to be loyal to you. Do what's in your best interest. And I'm always gonna place your interests ahead of my own. I'm gonna make sure that you got everything you need and that you have everything you want. This is why I do a list with you, and it helps me see what I need to do to help you, my client. Next, disclosure. So what are the 6 things that are on disclosure that are really important? How about the duty to disclose material facts to you? As soon as I find material facts out, I'm gonna call you or text you and let you know what's going on. I have a duty to disclose material facts to prospective buyers, so that way they come in informed. Informing you of any information that may affect the decision-making process. I want you to be informed and be confident in the decision that you make. It's not limited to physical or material facts. I am making sure that your role and payment are secure and you know where they're at all times and where you're at all times. And I can do this through text messages or emails. This is your preference. And any previous relationships with other people in the transaction, I will let you know. Yes, I sold in this house. No, they didn't list with me, but that's okay because I'm helping you figure out whether this is the home for you. Now we have confidentiality. This is very, very, very important. This is the one fiduciary duty that follows even after the transaction. Confidential information about price, terms, and motivation will still be kept confidential even in a dual agency situation. The facilitator, who can be my assistant, will also make sure that all your confidential information is kept confidential unless agreed upon otherwise. Information the client shares with me is confidential. I don't tell anybody anything unless I have it in writing from you saying, you know, that may or may not be something I want others to know. If in doubt, ask me. I will tell you I would not share that information, or yes, that's information that needs to be shared. But I'm not going to do any personal information with anyone except for your lender with your approval, which you've given your approval to the lender, and the title company, or my assistant who needs it to complete paperwork. Confidentiality goes beyond the term of the contract as formally said. I'm going to keep your private information private. You're going to tell me things in confidentiality that you're not going to tell anybody else. And unless they are a material fact about the house, they are going to be kept private. The only thing I cannot keep confidential are material facts about the house that can hinder any kind of transaction. I'm going to be held accountable, which is my duty to act. I'm going to make sure that I account for where your earnest money is, that's in the right spot, that it goes where it needs to go. Your keys, I'm going to get your keys if you're the buyer. I'm going to hold your keys if you're the seller, have them in my lockbox. I'm going to keep all your valuables as safe as possible. This is also another thing you need to do as the seller, is to make sure that your valuables are put away, because sometimes they bring small children, and small children do have sticky fingers. You never know. You cannot trust everybody. Documents, including record keeping and timely delivery. I'm going to make sure Everything is where it needs to go. If I find out there needs to be a change on something because something has changed, I'm going to get those documents to you right away. For signing, it's usually done electronically. So there's a timestamp. So we know, yes, this got signed. Yes, on this date. I sent it this day. They signed this date. It works in everybody's favor. And I'm going to keep dates while in escrow. I'm going to let you know, here's where you are. It's not just going to be me doing it. It's going to be your lender. It's going to be your title company. We're all going to be, here is the steps we're at in this transaction. Woohoo! We're on step number 4. We're close to closing. You got this. My final fiduciary duty to you is reasonable care. Actions taken to safeguard and protect the interest of you. I'm going to make sure that I have your best interest in my forefront. I want you to be safe. I want you to be comfortable. And I want to know I'm there for you. Appropriate actions based upon experience, industry norms. I'm going to make sure they are done. I'm going to go above and beyond and possibly do more than what's on my list of 150 tasks, which I can make a list if anybody wants. It's a lot. Typical services and care that you can expect. I'm going to let you know, this is what I'm going to be doing. Here's what's happening here. Here's what I found out here. I'm going to make sure that you are comfortable and not stressed. I try to make every transaction as stress-free as possible. Yes, those little things come up, but no, I'm not going to let it stress me out so that it stresses you out. I want you to make sure that I am crossing the T's and dotting your I's and not making sloppy mistakes. I want you to feel confident in your service with me. These are my fiduciary duties. These are my duties that I do for you as your agent. So, you have an amazing day. And if you have any other questions, you can text me at 507-884-5711, or you can email me at shanda.granddebuts@gmail.com. You have an amazing day.